Hello my friends and welcome to Battletech Revised Insight. It's going to be a new series of videos where I give you some insight into what is going on with Battletech Revised. Now that it has launched, I can deliver the news to you guys on what we are working on. These will probably come out sort of every couple of weeks or a month or so, based on what we're working on, what we're doing, etc. If you have been keeping up with Battletech Revised, you will already know that there have been a great deal of bug fixes and revisions, and we are up to version 1.6 already. Because once we unleashed you guys on it, of course, you found a load of things that were oversights. So that's pretty cool, and we got a lot of that fixed. And we'll stress that it is very important that you report your bugs to us so that we can continue to polish this great mod. Okay, so first thing on the agenda that I just want to cover before we get into what's going on in Battletech Revised is the pre-release campaign will carry on until the 23rd. The only reason why I'm not dropping it is because there's quite a lot of exciting fights in there, and I think they're well worth watching. So the pre-release campaign will continue until the 23rd of this month, and then I will drop it, and then after that there will be a post-release campaign, and that will be going out daily. So you can get your Battletech Revised fix every single day from the launch version. Probably be like 1.7 or 1.8 by the time I actually start recording. So that's the news in terms of BTR content for the channel. Now let's talk about the BTR news itself. So, that's our robot jocks man here. As you know, Battletech Revised has a massive quirk and weapon overhaul, which your feedback has been overwhelmingly positive about it. You guys absolutely love the revision work that we have done, and it really pleases me as the lead designer to hear that you guys like the design. Now, in terms of melee, we inherited not the awful vanilla melee, which is sort of kind of a bit arbitrary, but a combination of assets from our XLRP past and some Xi stuff, which the Xi stuff is quite good in the balance of Xi, but doesn't quite fit into the balance of Battletech Revised. So I am working on a complete overhaul of melee. We are going to aim to give it the same treatment as we have the weapons and the mechs. So melee damage will be part of an actual logical formula that will be followed. So you will be able to tell what the melee damage of a mech, you could work out what the melee damage of a mech would be based on its weight and whether it's got arms or not and whether it's got hands or not, and so on and so forth. It will all be calculated based on the features of the mech rather than just being random and arbitrary. But the baseline figures that we've worked out are still more or less in the bounds of the vanilla game. So, in the vanilla game, the Atlas is like 130 melee, and at the lower end, the Locust has got like 15 melee. So we won't be far away from that, probably only 10 or 15 points away in either direction based on the mech. Then moving on from that, we will also, so Mech Engineer has shoulders, uppers, lowers, and hands as part of the melee construction of each arm. We are going to create a load of balanced and interesting mech lowers and mech hands that will allow you to finely tune the purpose of your mech. Like the rest of Battletech Revised, it's going to be a fine balance of things, so you will not be able to have fantastic melee capability and fantastic melee accuracy and fantastic chance to hit with your weapons that are built into your arms, and so on and so forth. There will be trade-offs, so you could have really accurate melee and a decent amount of attack, or a really heavy hitting attack, perhaps not quite as accurate, or you can forsake melee for various bonuses to weapon mountings in the arm. That's what we're going for. We have already, as part of this balance in the current 1.6 update, limited arm mods to 1 per arm, but what you will eventually be able to do in the revised melee is have a custom lower, a custom hand, and a custom 1 melee mod, and these are going to be balanced around the rest of the BTR, the Battletech Revised package, and it will fit neatly into our balance. So a complete overhaul is going on for Melee because I feel like we can do better. Now that I'm happy with the weapon and quirk balance, it's time to really do a deep dive on Melee. As I said before, we have inherited a lot of our Melee design from mods which are very good. As you know, originally a long time ago, Battletech Revised was going to be XLRP2. We did inherit our Melee systems from that, but we will be shifting away from that to give it the proper Battletech Revised treatment. So look forward to that. Next on the agenda, a lot of people have been asking about the map size. We do plan to expand the map, but it will never be inner sphere sized. So our design, God damn. I swear, this pollen season drives me crazy. We will never have the full inner sphere map. That's just not. It's not going to happen because 6,000 plus dots on the map that have that are just mass generated with, at best, the most interesting thing about them is the name and description. That doesn't appeal to us. We don't feel like that immersively adds anything. But we will be expanding the map. So expect the periphery region to grow over time, probably to about twice the size that it is now. And part of that will be to add missing biomes and difficulties, i.e., you know, there should be an urban world of every difficulty level, there should be a desert world of every difficulty level, there should be a tropical world of every difficulty level, and so on and so forth. We want to make sure that all of the game's content is possible to find, to reach. And in addition to that, work is being done on various flashpoints and events and such that will tie into a more expanded periphery region. So do expect the map to get a little bit bigger, but not out of control. And there's obviously a huge performance hit that comes with having an absolutely massive map anyway, which performance is very important for us, and we would want to avoid any performance problems if at all we can. So the short answer to this often asked question is the map will expand, but we'll never have the full inner sphere map because we just don't feel like that offers any gameplay value. But look forward to what we will be coming up with in the coming weeks and months. Okay, and this is about flashpoints. As you know, we have our Call of the Locusts flashpoint in Battletech Revised. We now that things are calming down in terms of bugs and the releases out there and all that kind of thing, we are looking forward to enhancing Battletech Revised with more flashpoints, more unique story content. And we do have a couple of guys who have proven track record in flashpoint creation who are now working on creating more flashpoints to bring to Battletech Revised. This will be an update that will be coming in the coming weeks, maybe in the coming month. Obviously, can't give you a real timeline for it, but these guys have turned around a flashpoint chain in timelines of 2 or 3 weeks, so we know that they're going to be able to produce great content. Don has, of course, mentioned that we are looking at Hades Rim compatibility patch for Battletech Revised, so you'll be able to enjoy the Hades Rim content in Battletech Revised, but that is a long-term goal for us. That it could be many months before that is ever realized, because there's a huge amount of work involved. But that is our long-term goals for Battletech Revised expansion. And that is it for now. I hope that this inside view into Battletech Revised excites you, and I would just say that enjoy the content on the channel with the pre-release campaign coming out. The post-release campaign will be coming after the 23rd and will be a daily campaign, so I hope you'll enjoy that too. And as always, if you have a few spare bucks, please support me on my Patreon, and I will see you guys next time.